I've not been on live for like the past like 3 days now. Um, I've just been dealing with just medical stuff. So that's why I haven't been on here, but I'm gonna come on here for a couple minutes, just not for too long, but just for a few, just to kind of check in with you guys because it's been 3 days and I know some of you are kind of concerned too. Why the heck am I not live? And I told y'all, and I told people before, if people don't ever see me live, it's either because I am busy or I don't feel good, or But yeah, so right now is the opportunity for people to join if you want to ask me stuff. But I'll be here for a few minutes or so. And usually I go straight to live at 10. And it's only 10:24 right now over here. So as people start coming in here, please just be aware to be respectful of your environment because I don't want to have my mods or myself block you for being dumb towards others. And I'm not doing it because I do have a little bit of a headache going on, but that's just my disability, you guys, and medication side effects. So it's a never ending situation to be in. But, um, yeah. Anyway, um, I'm actually gonna move locations of where my phone's standing and not where I was just sitting. This way y'all can see me while I am just chilling. So give me a moment to adjust. Okay. Sorry guys, I was just getting that adjusted. But make sure you guys hit the like button in the live stream, but also go like my YouTube channel as well and hit subscribe for more updates like this. I post on here occasionally whenever something comes to mind, but I also post most of my lives unless if there's a live or two that's utter boring or if it gets way too chaotic throughout. But hey there, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. I'm so glad that you came in. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, you guys are more than welcome to ask anything in the comments. Just don't. All I say though about this, you guys, I've said it before, is just I'm not being rude about that. I'm just being safe to myself, but to everyone else, is to not ask anything that would be uncomfortable or inappropriate. Is all I ask. Just to keep the chat safe and us safe as well. Hey there. Let me see. I'm subscribed to you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, cool. We have 6 people total right now, you guys, so make sure you're tapping the like button. Oh, I see a third person's doing that, but make sure you are tapping that like button if you haven't done it already. Man. But yeah, like I said, you guys, it's been currently 3 days since I've been on here. Well, right now it's day 3, but I haven't went live this afternoon or this evening. But I decided to come on here right now for a little bit, not for too long. Bianca, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Hey there. Akai, how are you doing? Sorry, looking through the chat. And we have 4 likes now total. Anyways. But anyway. Okay, I'd rather be the one who just permanently. Alright. That is by me, because my mods are not currently in here. So as you see, that's what happens when someone is not being respectful. Is either me or my mods will block you. Because, I don't tolerate any sort of behavior like that. Just saying. Caesar, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Thank you. I will say that in a friend way to you. Hopefully you're doing well. We have 5 people who've hit the like button. Let's keep those likes going this way, which we're on a roll with that. So let's keep the numbers rolling. But hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully everybody else in here is doing good too. But yeah, like I told y'all a couple minutes ago, the reason why I haven't been on here for a couple of days is just due to medical stuff. Just the slightest medical things keep popping up. But that's just what disabilities do to you. Occasionally. But also non-disabled as well. So, yeah, that's just what life throws at you. So there's going to be moments where I will be off camera, but then there's times where I will be on camera. So, And honestly, guys, that's why I started now, for right now, at least for a little bit, like for a couple weeks maybe, I started narrowing it down to at least twice a day, either if it's afternoon or night live, or if it's like afternoon, evening, or evening night. So each day might alternate that pattern just a little bit. And Sponge Boy, welcome in the chat. Just came back to see. I'm doing alright. Oh, thank you so much, Caesar. I very appreciate it. I think so. Let me look. Sponge Boy, I think I do. My brain is just trying to wrap around it, I think I remember you. My brain's just wanting to, I get so many new people every day, so half the time, not every single person. I mean, some people I will memorize off the bat, but if you, people who I've had as returning, oh, they're welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Oh, there we go. I was trying to get pinned. Oh, I think so. Thank you so much. But you guys, here are the rules below just to keep this live safe as possible, because I don't want anyone or myself to feel not safe, but also I don't want you guys really feeling like, there shouldn't ever be a live stream where someone's not throwing out rules, because I feel like if we don't do that, I feel like things will just go crazy, and especially on my side, I don't want that. And just for safety of myself, but also you guys, because I want this community to be good as possible, because y'all, there's just crazy people in our generation, and yeah, so I'm just trying to keep y'all safe from just the crazy things that can happen out there. So, yeah, Mayor's a maze. But yeah. Started hearing my dad snoring. And we have 3 people in the chat. We have 6 of you hitting the like button. So let's continue tapping those likes if you have not done that. Excuse my dad snoring in the background, by the way. And y'all, for reference, my dad is next door. So literally behind this wall. Like next door. Like right now he's in the living room. Right now. And I'm in here. So there's sometimes a night where I am streaming a couple times that you might hear him snoring occasionally. But that's because sometimes he sleeps in the on the living room recliner that we got. We have 2 rocking chair recliners, and he sleeps in one of those half the time. And yeah, he just finds it very comfortable, which is shocking. Like, even I'm surprised by that. So he sleeps out there in the recliner while my mom sleeps in the bedroom. And then also my brother in his bedroom. Just like any ordinary people would. Lucy, welcome back, girl. How are you doing? I'm glad to see you came back. How are you doing? It's been a minute. Let me sit up real quick. But man, hopefully you're doing well. Man, we have 5 people in the chat, y'all. Let's keep liking the live and also reacting all the things. Just, let's just keep having fun here while we can. But yeah. But man, hopefully everybody's staying safe out there. Yay, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that y'all are back to good terms again. That is good because, like, y'all need to be on good terms because if you weren't, that would end badly. So thank goodness to hear that. That's back to being all good again. Yeah, I feel. Elijah, welcome in the chat, dude. How are you doing? Man, we're getting a lot of people in here between different minutes. How are you doing? But hopefully you're doing well, Elijah. Elijah, man, it's crazy. That's good. Glad to hear that you are doing well. And yes, you guys, like I said before, we're getting people in the chat. The reason why I've not been live for 3-ish days now is because I've just been having decent medical, just like slight little medical things popping up here and there. So it's just been a little crazy so far. And right now it's half stable enough to where it's not extremely there. Yeah, Lucy, the reason why I haven't been live that many days, it's just because, let's say, one day in particular, I started getting, I think it was either my head, I think I was trying to get a crazy headache, and then probably, I think, a dizzy spell that day. And then another day I've got crazy stomach pains, and then I think other stuff too. And then yesterday it was stomach plus back pain, I think. Or no, I think that was the day before was stomach plus back pain. And I think yesterday was head pain and back pain. Yeah. Yeah. These past 3 days have been crazy. And I'll tell you, headaches though with me are epileptic though, because it's just side effects of the medication I'm on. But hey, the medication I'm on though, they help cancel out my seizures. Like I rarely get them these days, just because of how well that works. Yeah, I know. So yeah, and that's why I do tell you guys like for example, that's why I do say for people that I do like that's why I do say in my lives that for example, if I'm not on, that will be either because I'm busy or I've been not been feeling good, you know, or events or things come up like that. And, that's just what life throws at us like that. It's crazy. Alright, cool. Mulaney, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? I can see that you're new, so welcome. And we have 8 people total in the chat currently. So welcome in everybody. But yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I very appreciate it. Man, it's crazy. Um, Man, hopefully you're doing well. But man, you guys, it's pretty great. But what do I know? Y'all can ask me questions down in the comment section. Just don't ask anything inappropriate. Is all I ask, but I mean, we get some people that go that route, but not often. So, and plus, y'all, let me just say this. Questions are a good way of like putting up topics to talk about with you guys, but also it's a good way to get to, you know, it's a fun way to communicate in the chat, you know? No, I did not play in a Darman video, but I'll tell you this, I have, um, like, seen a lot of Darman videos through Facebook, and I'll say they're actually pretty cool, and honestly, I would suck at acting in real life, like, ugh, a lot of us would not, I mean, some people would be pretty good at memorizing a lot of stuff like that, but I just wouldn't. Especially with my disability, it's like, you know, being, especially because on top of my current disability, um, of course, I also have IDDs, what they also call it, which is intellectual learning disorder. And that's where, like, that is caused by other stuff too, which is a learning disability, but what that is, though, is it's also caused by, like, other stuff. So, like, for example, people who have a disability, but, like, let's say if you had, like, brain issues back in the day, like, shoot, just like I did. Oh, dear God. Hang on, y'all. Lord have mercy, my dad feeling. Sorry, I thought my dad was working. But yeah. Do you listen to Martinez? Hang on. I don't know, honestly, to answer your question. Just trying to make sure I wasn't getting my dad. But, yeah, it's crazy. Oh, thank you so much. I very appreciate it. That's it's crazy. But anyway, and why my little hairs my bangs light too? Just hang. Man, you guys, it's pretty crazy. And then also, you guys, I also have, thank you so much. I very appreciate it. Let's think. Hey there, Mr. Schwartz, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. We get, and just so you guys are aware, we do get a lot of new people every day in the streams, which is amazing. Because the more new people we get, the better. And, you know, probably for a little bit, not too long. Yeah. Yeah, probably for a little bit, not too long though. And stuff like that. But anyway, yeah. Man. It's okay. Yeah, I've got epilepsy, and so for people who don't know about epilepsy, I will explain it to y'all. The best way to explain it to people is epilepsy is a neurobrain disorder where all of the electrical activity in the brain goes, okay, and I said an example of what goes on in there. Okay, so imagine if you were trying to fix a light switch, for example. Like, let's say you're trying to fix all the wiring and stuff like that. So let's say you do each wire stuck correctly and it's fixed, right? But let's say it malfunctions. And so with epilepsy, it's the same way. Hang on, give me a second. But with all the wiring system in the brain, it does the same thing. Sorry to talk a little lower, but hang on. Give me a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, right now, y'all, I'm just in my PJs being comfortable. But, okay, like I was just telling you guys. So, like I told you before, example is literally when all that malfunctions, but in the brain, all of the electrical nerves in the brain malfunction, and that means it will cause a person like myself to go into an epileptic seizure. And sometimes they can get sometimes seizures like mine can last about like a couple minutes, but sometimes if it's longer than like 5 minutes, then that's to the point where it's gonna be hospitalized, which I've had that happen to me before when I was younger. But yeah. Hang on. Delete. I'm 19, almost 20. Oh, cool. Good morning to you too. I'm not from your state, but I'll say it from my area. Anna, how are you doing, girl? I'm glad to see you in the chat. Yeah. Some people might look at me and think I'm younger than that, but some will look at me and think I'm a couple years older than that. And, you know. London, welcome in the chat. Alright, I'll see you around. I'm glad that you came in. I'm doing good. Just, you know, just the usual. Alright. Let me check something real quick. But, anyway. Yeah. Yep. And honestly, you guys, let me just say this. People with disabilities, like, let's say you go to explain, like, let's say if somebody gets curious about it, it's good to tell them that and educate, like, the definition and an example of it, because if you're just saying, yeah, I've got this, and then let's say they get confused and they don't get it right away, you think of, like, the best way to explain it to somebody too is thinking of a certain analogy, like using an object that would describe it. So, like I always tell you guys, like the example I currently like to use with you guys with my epilepsy and how the electrical nerve system works in the brain is a light switch. Is acts like if you're fixing all of the wires in the of a light switch, and let's say you do all the steps right, but let's say the wires malfunction, and then literally will burst. That's what epilepsy does to the brain. So in the brain, all of the same nerves in the brain do that too, and that's why seizures occur. That's why seizures occur. Is because of all of the malfunctioning going on up there. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm able to express myself pretty good, you know? Yeah, exactly, because, you know, a lot of us fix something in our life, like a light switch, a light bulb, anything that you can think of. And some of those things have wires in them. Because, you know, for example, like when you fix any sort of like wiring, there's a certain method it has to be on in order to work. So, and like I said before, in epileptic seizures, it's the same way. And y'all, just so you guys are aware, I actually had to have major brain surgery when I was almost 2 years old in order to have a chance at life. And 19 and a half years later, I am standing right here and just alive. Yes, it's right. It's crazy. Yeah, and I'll tell you, like, you know, whenever somebody finds out they have a certain medical condition, sometimes doctors will say that you might not be able, that they might not be able to walk, or they might not be able to walk or anything or do anything ever, you know? And, you know, but a lot of the times doctors prove it wrong because it's a miracle from God that it it's the opposite. Uh-huh. I mean, it's crazy. Like, you know. But yeah. Ew, sorry, my dad. But yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, um maybe we have 6 people total. That's wild. But yeah. So, man, it's just what you get it. And also, I will say this too, to wrap things up. People with epilepsy, I will say this, with seizures, some people can tell you, like, can sense when a seizure is coming, but some, like me, can't. Meaning, it's without warning. You don't know. Like, you can't sense it's coming. Like an example is, actually, I'll give y'all an example from, like, my sophomore year of high school. I was sitting in English class one day when I was a sophomore. It was just an ordinary school day. Just waiting for the bell to ring for class. And, you know, just waiting for the class bell to start ringing to hear what's on the class agenda for the day. And at some point, I don't know when, but I was not able to fully hear the last bell. Because imagine if you like passed out unexpectedly, not like sleep passed out, but like if you were to pass out, like you saw something and it made you physically pass out. And when people pass out like that, you can't hear anything at all. That's kind of like if I had to describe it to you guys, that's kind of what it was like in my head. Was I could not extremely hear around. And yeah, it's crazy. Hey, it's okay. Holler, do its best, because we're not gonna allow people to act like a fool in here. So we need to do whatever it takes to get it. So trust me, you're doing the right thing. But anyway, yeah. And then, so at one point, and just so you guys know, I was dating another guy at the time. His name was Jeremy, but not the Jeremy that comes in here. It was a different Jeremy who I knew in high school, which he and I are friends now at this point. He and I sat together a lot, like me and my right now boyfriend would do. And one day when this seizure was going on, he saw me at one point, got the teacher, she took everyone out, and she got, entered like 4 different APs in the same hallway, came in to help out, and then ran and grabbed the school resource officer and the school nurse involved. And y'all, let me say this. Something else with me too is I also have what they call a diastat, where it's almost like a syringe, but wider. And it's where they have to insert it into your down there area. But also I also have a nasal spray now too, so if I have a seizure in public, it can be less embarrassing for others, even for myself. And that's only to use if it was 5 minutes or longer. But yeah. Oh. Dang. Alright, you know what, y'all? I'm gonna go ahead and get off live for now, and I'll come back tomorrow.